Good evening. Hi Samyukta. Good evening. Hi Meena. Welcome. Welcome to Jai Shri Narayan Creations. Okay, now let us start. Welcome to Jai Shri Narayan Creations. In today's episode, we will be completing the pen Kalamkari style of work on Dupatta. Okay, now before we start, hi Venkateshri Gauri, good evening. Hi Geeta, Usha Rani, very good evening. And before we start the session, let me congratulate two people who have shared their creations of this pen Kalamkari style of work. One is Mrs. Rekha. She has done a twin peacock. This is a pen Kalamkari style she has started with. And we have another person, Samyukta. She has done it on a frock which has some black work underneath. So very beautiful, excellent creation, Samyukta. Congratulations. The others, those who have started, please do share your creations. Let me also have a look at it. Okay. Hi Vasanti. Very good evening. Okay, now here in this fully, the entire dupatta I have done the liner work. There is a pen Kalamkari style. Use instead of the kalam, I have used the black outliner. Okay, 3D black outliner, and I have done the fully on the dupatta. Now today we will be doing the next step to complete the work. So before that, whatever you want to do, you have to just trace the design, compose a pattern on the paper, and then you trace it on the fabric. This is the center portion I have done. The center of the dupatta. On all the four sides I have done the parrot. Then we have these kinds of patterns also. This is the main motif, a bigger in size. At the bottom I have started with. Okay, so you also can create patterns like this. Draw it on a piece of paper and then trace it on the dupatta. If it is a lighter shade other than half white, you can always use a black carbon, because this is entirely done with black paint and the black liner. So you can use the black carbon. Suppose if it is a darker color, then you have to use either white carbon or yellow carbon. Okay. Hi Nagakumari, very good evening. Okay, now we will start. For the coloring, here I am going to use only one color, that is black. I have already told you, you need minimum 2 bottles and 3 bottles of 3D outliners you need, okay, for the completion on the entire dupatta. Now here what you have to do is, we are not going to fully paint it with black, but here and there wherever we feel like, over those places we will be giving the black highlighting. So those who wish to do it with the different colors, the other colors preferred are maroon or sap green or the light green. So any one of these green you can. First preference is sap green, and if you don't like the sap green, then you can always go with the light green also. So here the pen Kalamkari, as the name stands, they use a pen to draw the outline to do the Kalamkari work. Kalam is nothing but the pen into which they fill the natural colors in the dyes, and then they do the outline first. Just like that we have also done on the dupatta, the outline first. Then they will make it very very colorful. Of course, very very colorful in the sense only certain colors are the colors are restricted for Kalamkari, so they use certain colors. Apart from that, original pen Kalamkari style of work is they do the outline with the black, and then the other areas which are left as it is a white background will be filled with black. Here also we are going to follow the same kind of work, but not throughout the dupatta, but in patches we will be giving black color. Okay, I will show you how to do the black coloring also, and what kind of filling or the outline or highlighting, all the stuffs we will do it today in the class. Now we will start. I will start from the main design what we did the first day. And here I am not going to fix it onto a frame, because if I start the work I want to finish off on the same day. And then to be on the safer side, instead of putting it on the frame and painting a part of it and then shifting the frame to the other side and waiting for the color, the earlier painted color to dry, what you do is just spread the dupatta, and below that underneath you can just spread any cotton fabric or any unwanted fabric like a sari or a bed sheet, something like that, and then you pin it up with a wooden clip or with a regular jump clip also. So just pin it up throughout the entire dupatta and stretch it out like this on a table, and then start the coloring. So when you do the coloring, what happens is we are not going to shift the fabric, that is from place to place, only we will be shifting ourselves to paint the colors, okay, on the dupatta. So this will be ideal, especially when you do it with a single color, and that too filling the background. And of course for the background, once again I repeat, the colors preferred would be like black you can have, and then original style of pen Kalamkari work, to replicate it you can use black outline and black filling. Apart from that, black outline and maroon filling. Then third one will be black outline with sap green filling. Suppose if you don't like sap green, you can always go for light green also. Okay, these are the colors preferred for the background. Apart from the regular colors which you find in the Kalamkari style of work, you all know blue, maroon, yellow ochre, and then the green is also used. Okay, and of course black outline is a must. So these are the colors with. உங்களுக்கு வீடியோ சரியாக தெரியலன்னா உங்கள் சைடில் செக் பண்ணுங்கள். ஹாய் சுதா, குட் ஈவினிங். உங்கள் சைடில் செக் பண்ணுங்கள், நெட்ஒர்க் இருக்கான்னு பாருங்கள். இல்லைன்னா ஒரு வாட்டி அதை ஆஃப் பண்ணிட்டு வெளியில் வந்துட்டு தென் அகெயின் நீங்கள் உள்ளே வாங்க, அப்போ உங்களுக்கு கிளாரிட்டி கிடைக்கும். ஓகே, ஹாய் ராஜி, பத்மினி, குட் ஈவினிங். குட் ஈவினிங். ஹாய் மஞ்சுளா, வெரி குட் ஈவினிங். Half white dress, the three colors what I mentioned just now, Samyukta, choose. Just like how we normally, like for example, when we wear a Kerala mundu sari, we don't use either the gold blouse or the white same color, the base color. Okay, instead we go for a contrast color, say for example red, green or brown. These are the commonly used colors in Kerala when they wear the mundu sari. Same way here also for Kalamkari, the first preference is black, second one is maroon, third one is green, if not light green. Okay, please remember that and follow only these three colors, which will really good. And once people see at your work, they'll immediately interruption here, the network, not because of the electricity problem. We felt we had some electricity problem in the morning. Now we have restored it, but hope the video and the audio is clear to you all. Okay, please just let me know. Now here for the background filling, first and foremost tip is, do not directly load the brush from, load the paint from the bottle. You need to mix it with water and just first test at one end of the fabric how much it blots, how much it absorbs. And accordingly you can mix either 1:1 ratio or 1:2 ratio, or sometimes even 1:3 also. And here in this, the ratio of water added to the color will be between 2 and 3. I have tried with 3, but sometimes it blots, and 2 is a little thicker, I personally felt. So I have added a little more extra, and not 3 but in between 2 and 3. Okay. So you have to test it first and then mix the color. Of course, this is a single color. Now no need to panic, no need to worry at all, because every time when you run short of the color, you can again mix it with water and then apply on the fabric. If it is a mixture of 2 colors, in that case you have to mix lots in quantity and then carry out the painting. Okay. Now I want black. Okay. So let me start with the black, and the other for the inner details I showed you very little, like say for example here the small lines, and then the small curves around it, the commonly used ones I have done. Apart from that, what I have done here is, using the same liner, I have filled the eye of the peacock feather, and then added little bit of dots here and there to highlight the picture, main picture. I have not done for the flowers. In one flower I have done it. Okay. The same way the other flowers also can be done. And here in this I am not going to fill the entire area with the black, because we have small very short ones. That is the length of the picture, the motif is little smaller than this. So I am going to give more importance for the smaller. Wherever you do the bigger motif, more detailing can be given, and where you have the less, like the floral pattern and the leafy pattern, then you can fill the background. So you take a palette or a small cup, and then don't mix the color here in a larger area, just mix it in a small container, so that you will not waste color, and the consistency of the mixing and the flow of the color will be perfect. Okay. Now let me mix it. You have to be very careful while mixing the color. So you have a plate underneath the palette so that it will not spill on the fabric. Now I have taken the color. I am going to add water to it. I need lots, but little by little only I am going to mix, because it's a single color. Hi Mayank, good evening, welcome. I was working with the color, so the same black let me use. You can add, here I told you, it is between 2 and 3 parts. Okay, 1 part of paint and then 2.5 parts of water. Just add water. And while painting it, try to have a brush which is little harder. The bristles are, a brand new brush. Please check at your end if the picture is not clear, because I have not, the others have not mentioned, or maybe because I move my hand here and there, maybe the camera is a little bit finding it very difficult to get focus on the piece. Okay, it happens when I move my hand. So just mix it. Mix it thoroughly. This is not a new brush. It's a very old brush where the bristles are little thicker. Okay. I need to discard it, but I am using it here for the thing. Fine. Now let me start from the center portion. This is the picture the other day we started with. Okay, and then we started fitting in with the other patterns also. So now for the main peacock, as I told you, this is a larger area. I'm not going to fill the background fully. Instead, I'm going to highlight it. So highlight it once again with the same color. No other third color will be used here. Now follow the main picture and make a little broad outline. Done. Not too thick. Now there is a waist cloth under the main picture. I have kept a sari, old sari. So happy to see your creations. Please do. Not only on dupatta, you can try on saris. You can make small pieces, strip of painting, and you can paste it on the money cover. Photo frame you can make. Then on the tote bags you can do. The thickness should be uniform throughout. Grey color means I think you can go with maroon or black, not any other color. Maroon, you name it, you get it in Fevicryl, so you can buy that. Otherwise you have to mix it. In case if you are mixing it, please see to it that you mix lots and reserve for the entire painting. Just touching the outline what we have already done. Make a filling, a broad outline for the same. Just follow the curve. Don't draw straight lines. You need to follow the curve. You can do it very slowly. No hurry in this. Okay, now for the entire peacock, make a thick outline. You get these kind of printed materials in the textile shop, but that is all printed ones, and hand painted ones very rarely you get. But when you make such pieces, it has a very good demand. That's why I have taken up on the dupatta with our colors, like the 3D outliner and the black color. Okay. Now for the flower also, make a broad outline, highlighting the flower. Black and white is my favorite. I have already done one sari like this, but that was a few months before. I don't remember exactly. I think last year I did. Then the stem also, you can make a border for the leaf also. For the larger area, don't fill the background. Just the outline will do. The number is 8, number 8. It's all thick. Um, Please wait. I've asked my daughter to come up and see the thing. But I'm audible, is it? Try again. Try again. Now using a thin brush, what you do is you can either fill the inner gap with the liner itself or with the paint. Okay. Okay, now I think it's clear to you all. I'm audible and visible to you all. Okay, let me continue. Now for the floral pattern, using a thin round brush, preferably triple zero, you can draw the inner detailing. It will be the same like the liner work. Okay. And then these gaps, just fill it up with little bit of black. Follow the shape of the outline and then do the work. Okay. Hope it's clear to you all. Please let me know whether the picture is clear, video is clear. Any one of you. Okay, thank you, Rajesh. Super. Thank you, thank you. Fine. So we have completed the center tree portion in between the two peacocks. The recommended motifs will be either peacock, elephant or horse. Okay. Sometimes they do even camel also. And follow the leaf patterns exclusive for Kalamkari style of work. And then the floral patterns also. Certain patterns are really are meant only for Kalamkari. Thank you so much. So now for the center one, this is how you have to do. So I have done a portion of it. Okay. Now coming to the main peacock, I'm just shifting the entire thing to the other side because we have fixed it to a fabric underneath. So we are not disturbing the top portion. Along with the top portion, the bottom fabric also moves. So nothing gets disturbed when you paint on it. Now the eyeball can be filled up with black. You can even do it with the liner also. But I wanted to show it to you. That's why I have reserved certain things for the class. I am doing it with the paint. And here also for the smaller one. Just follow the outline. If it is a curved one, follow the curves. If it is straight line, please do straight lines. Don't simply put straight line. Okay. The shape should be perfect because we have taken so much of pain in making the design. So follow the pattern. You can use number 6 also. I am using number 8. 6 or 8 will be fine because I want the lines to be very, very broad and bold. This much broad line you cannot do in the beginning itself. Don't do that. Just do the outline with the liner first, the detailing second, and then start with the main outline. This is round brush. You cannot make you cannot draw lines like this with a flat brush. Okay, it's a little difficult. So for drawing any line, especially the curves, use a round brush always. Okay, now coming to the next portion. So the same way you need to do the rest of the flowers, leaves, stems and other peacock on the other side also. The two peacocks on the other side. Understood? Now coming to this other portion, we have created a floral pattern. You remember the other day we did. So now here what happens is, see, I'm just pushing the fabric to this side after painting it. Okay. Now here I have marked 2 lines differentiating between the patches. So you need to draw the outline first. Just spread it. Start from one corner and then move to the other one. I can't sit and do so. I'm just standing and doing it. We will start from the top. I will do the center portion. Normally you have to move from one end to the other end. Just for you to understand, I'm doing it in the center. Now you find 2 lines here. One line for the above design and one line for the below design. This gap will be as it is. We will not color it. Okay, just leave it as it is. Let it take up the base color of the fabric. Then here at the bottom we have one more line completing the patch. Please mark that also, otherwise you might go wrong while filling up the background. Okay. Now, what you do is, here also easy way of doing it is using the number 6 or 8 number brush. Load the brush with the diluted paint. Draw a thick border. Okay. For the entire picture, whatever you have drawn in this patch should be given, just we need to fill it up, but this is an easy technique, so I'm doing this way. Just follow it up. You can also follow the same technique. Just make a broad outline like this, so that you will not go wrong while filling the gaps. Hi Moneymaker, good evening. Now around the floral pattern also, so one fine day you can sit and do only the outline. The second day you can start filling it up, because it's a single color. Definitely there won't be any problem. Just like how I do, I'm doing it for you. You can follow these steps, as you can take it up as easy tips when you do a painting. Excess paint what you apply on the fabric will be absorbed by the bottom fabric. Okay, preferably a cotton one. Old bed sheets you can spread, or old dhotis you can spread, or any saris, or any dupattas, unwanted one. Once you do the painting, what happens is the color which oozes out to the back side, of course, will also be dried. So there is no need for you to wash the waste cloth. You can use it again for the next painting also. Don't use thin round brush for this. Use either 6 or 8. So your work is made easier, and it comes off very well also with a perfect finish. It takes exactly 20 to 25 minutes for the filling, one patch, because I have timed. So okay, now one portion we have done it. No need to draw with the liner, just do with the brush itself. They do it with the pen. Here we are doing it with the brush for the filling, and for the outline also they use the pen, but we have used the liner, 3D outliner. Don't disturb the outline, what we have already done. Just follow it and then make a broad outline. Now we need to fill the gap. So I will do this much so that you will understand. Start from the top and then move to the bottom. Now when you are painting the top portion, what I normally do is I just make small squares like this, then I fill it up. So there will be uniform of spreading the color. See, just fill it up. Just make squares and then fill it up. Just move the brush. You need to give more pressure while applying the color on the fabric. Okay. Now when you come to this portion, you can draw a square and then start filling it up. That is why I told you to use unwanted brush that is little thicker, where the bristles are very thick. Used brush you can use, used old brush. Just see how it's getting filled up, and it is uniform throughout, in the sense there is no light and dark patches. The color is filled perfectly. Just see how it's getting filled up. No need for you to put the frame and shift it from one place to another place. No need for you to wait also. Just you can complete it. I am not applying too much of paint. Just spreading it with the brush. That's it. Very little of paint I loaded. It's only the technique of using the brush. And here I have mixed 1:2.5, less than 3 parts of water. Okay. And here when it comes to this place, बिल्कुल है. You can use other colors also. Other colors भी use कर सकते हैं. Okay. This is only black and white. Instead of black, you can use maroon, as I told you earlier, or sap green. Okay. If not, light green also. This black and white, you don't get it normally. Only exclusive pieces in exclusive showrooms you get this kind of work. Not everywhere. And hand painted ones are very, very expensive. It's in thousands. Printed ones are very cheap, no doubt. See how the gaps are getting filled up. So quick, and the filling is also very, very neat and perfect. Yeah, Seshu Kumari, this is only black and white. Especially for the filling of colors, please use this technique of spreading a fabric, unwanted waste cloth under the on the table, then place your original fabric on top of it, and then start filling the colors. Those who don't want to use black, you can always use maroon, because some people they have sentiments, they don't use black at all. In that case, you can use maroon or sap green. Actually, the sap green color, it's a natural color, so they use that. Light green is not regularly used. When you put the frame and paint it, now this technique may not work out that easily. I have tried also. So only with the waste cloth underneath, this filling of color is working out very nicely. Just from one end to the other end, move your brush, load it every now and then. Depending upon the absorption of the colors, the spreading, the blotting of the colors on the fabric, you need to add water. Here this is perfect with 1:2.5 pots of water. Okay. I've tried with 3, then it got, there were some spreading, so I stopped. Then I came to a conclusion and then I started adding 2.5. Hi Uma, good evening. Done. Okay, so I have done this much. If there are any kids at home, you can make them do this filling. You can draw the outline, the broad outline first, wait for it to dry, then give it to them, ask them to fill the gaps. So they will also learn the first basic step of fabric painting, filling. Okay, now this portion is over. Now I have another pattern. I'm just shifting the fabric. Just see how I'm moving it. You have fabric underneath. Okay, throughout the dupatta, it is pinned. Hi Anuradha, good evening. Okay, here also certain portions you can do the detailing with the color, with the paint. So let me do a little bit of filling of colors. So it's all our creativity. Okay. Just follow the design, take up the shape and then do it. Yes, even if you use maroon color also, the outline need not be this much broad. Okay, in case if you are using the maroon color, just see here, the outline will be just like this, a thin one. This is enough. But here it is black. What I have done is I made the line broad like this. Do you understand the difference? So when you are using maroon color, use number 3 brush for outline. And when you are using black, only black, then you can always use 6 or 8. Understood? Chetna, any doubt? Hope I am clear to you. So then here also you can make dots. Normally I don't use paint to keep the dots. I always use the liner, and then even for filling also sometimes I use only the liner. Because it is not messy and the dots are of uniform size, it is little faster also, you can complete the work. Now how many of you have started this apart from Samyukta and Rekha? What happened to Kavita ji? You are lagging behind, and Rekha has taken over. She has taken the lead. So for this gap also, the filling is like this, just like how we did here. Okay. Make small squares and then complete it. Just make partitions and fill the colors. At a time in the bottle, ratio of paint, Rajesh Ramachandran, it is as far as mine is concerned, this is a Kerala Mundu Dupatta, pure cotton one. So 1:3 did not work out well. So I have mixed 1:2.5. Okay, and if it is any other fabric, you need to test it at one corner, mix the color with water, 1:1, 1:2, 1:3 ratio, not more than that. Mix the color, try at one corner and see how much it blots. Then you have to come to a conclusion where to stop, and then finally you can stick on to that, complete the work. Okay. You have started, Vasanti, very good. Can we mix the color at a time in the bottle? Yes, you can. You mean to say only black, is it? Or any other color? Seshu Kumari, be specific. Is it the same color, only one color, or mixture of two colors? Let me know. If it is a single color, well and good. You can add water, stir it well, and then keep it for some time, because when you put water into the bottle and then you stir the bottle, there might be the formation of water bubbles, air bubbles. No, so you have to wait for the bubbles to break and then start using it. Okay. Please be very specific, Seshu Kumari, which one you want to do. See, this is dry because excess paint is absorbed. This will not be the case when you put the frame and paint. Okay. Though aeration is there when you put the frame, but the fabric normally takes more time to dry. You cannot immediately shift the frame to another place. For filling, always use the bigger brush. The work is made faster. Don't use thin brush. Big number, and that too round brush. Don't use flat brush for small areas like this. Okay, use a round brush. We have done it. Repeat the same for the entire thing. Okay. Yeah, only one color in the ratio. Yeah, you can mix in the same bottle, no issues. Okay. But you cannot add, if you take up the small bottle, which is 20 ml bottle, how will you add about 60 ml or 50 ml of water to it? It is not possible now. So you can transfer the paint into a different container, add water to it. So the quantity will become more. Then you fill into different bottles and use that color. Okay. Now coming to the next patch. This is also once again a different pattern. So I have taken different motifs. The common ones which you find in Kalamkari. Okay. Somebody was asking me whether this will look good when we take up the border pattern in a horizontal way. Yes, this will look good. I will show you the other half of the dupatta where I have done it. Okay. Now coming to this pattern here, you can see I'm just shifting the entire fabric. Okay. Now here you can see I'll shift it little more towards the top. Yes, I think this will be fine. Here. Now what I have done here is, these are all the petals. Now inner to it I have made a small gap. Now don't fill the entire gap with black. Instead what you do is just fill a small portion with the color. If it is maroon, then do it with maroon. If it is green, do it with green. If it is with black, do it with black. Okay, just a tilak shape. One second. Just a tilak shape you can do the filling. Too intricate one. Sure, I will share. These are all by looking at different patterns I have composed mine. You can also try like that. Just see how the design gets highlighted. Small portions you can fill it up like this. Understood? And then where else? Yeah, that's all for the flower. Now coming to the next pattern, I have one more here. Again follow the outline and do a parallel filling. Hi Leela, good evening. Here also if I had to do with the liner means, then I need to frame it, so I am doing it with the paint. Okay, with the liner you can't spread it on the table like this and do. Whenever you use a liner, framing is a must. This is done, and you have gaps here, I mean the border line. I will do that also, so that you can repeat the filling. This is a top line for the bottom design, and this is a bottom line for the top design. Okay, now coming over here, you have definitely you need minimum 2 bottles of 2 to 3, sometimes it depends. So 2 will be okay. I have just started with 1 bottle. Still there is paint in it, so maybe hardly 2 bottles you need. Since it's a single color, absolutely no issues. But while mixing alone, if you want to get a different shade, then you have to be very, very careful. And as far as Kalamkari is concerned, no other color is used for the background except black, maroon and green. Okay. Now coming to the center of the dupatta, we have done few patterns horizontally placed, and now coming to the center, I will just show you. That mobile is not picking up. Just see the center one. I have placed 4 parrots, a center circular one, a square one also I have done, and I am just planning what to be placed here. I wanted to do elephant, but I don't know whether this will go with the birds, so let me just think. Otherwise I will use one Annapakshi. That's it. Okay, and here and all I need to expand the design and fill with the flowers and the leaves. And to the corner, just see, I have drawn the design. Okay, now I have space here in the center, so that will be filled up with I'm just thinking what is to be done. So I didn't want to do it in a hurry, so Once I finish it, I will share it in the YouTube itself. You can all have a look at it. Of course, I'm taking a break for 1 week and then I will not be able to complete it either by today or tomorrow. Monday we will have the next class, and those who are new to the my channel, please do like, share and subscribe and start creating a piece for yourself along with me. If not on a dupatta, you can try on a cushion cover, you can try on dress materials, the center portion of the tops. Okay, pillow covers you can do, tablecloth you can do, table runner you can do. Thank you, Leela. Thank you, Satya. And then now see the portion what I have done. Just see this. Just filling it up with black and leaving the base color as it is. Okay, now all these patterns need inner detailing. I have not done it. I have just showed it in the other end. Okay. Then the next one, slowly I'll shift it. Each patch took only half an hour for filling. So maybe in 2 days you can come. Totally you need minimum 4 days to complete the work. And then coming to the end, that is the peacock. I have not started here. I want to start it from a fresh one. Otherwise these things will be a hindrance to you while explaining it. And I have the final at the bottom. Okay. Thank you Pratibha, thank you Meenakshi. Sure Sushila, please do watch the tutorial and try to make a piece for yourself. Especially these hand painted dupattas are of high demand today. So you can always make and sell, become an entrepreneur in fabric painting. You can supply some of the textile showrooms, leading ones at your places. Thank you Ratna, Shobha, thank you. Hi Shailaja, thank you so much. So this is how the finished piece will be, and of course the center where I have the parrots, 4 parrots attached. What stuck to me just now is I wanted to attach 4 floral patterns here in between the peacock and then some designs around it. Okay, of course this is a branch of a tree, so I can add few leaves here and then with the floral pattern. And just see the the parrot. As I told you, I've used the common pattern of these kind of lines. Here we have 1, we have 2, 3, 4, 5, mainly the same pattern. Okay. Yes, exactly, Sushila. Authentic designs only. I happened to meet an artist and he told me and he gave me some patterns. So I'm including all those stuffs into it. Hi Sukita, thank you. What is on the sides of the peacock is once again the same design. This is a design I have done. I'll show you. By the sides of the peacock, this is the one I have traced. Okay, I'll just show you the traced one also. See, I'm shifting the fabric, the painting one, along with the old cloth underneath. Remember that. If you want to do a perfect one without any messy work, follow this, especially while doing the background. Even when I do any sari painting, especially the pallu, I do this way only. I don't put it on a frame. Thank you, Vasanti. Sure, Sunita. Sure, and just see the pattern I told you, no? Same one I have done here. Okay. And some detailing should be done on all this. Thank you so much. I wanted to actually show you something done with the Kalamkari, but I forgot to take it out. Next class, before we start the next session, I will show you the Kalamkari finished one. Okay. I think I let me get it. Just a minute. This is the one with the maroon color. We were talking about the color, background color. Na? Some people they wanted what the other color would be like. I think you can all see this. This is an elephant. Once again, from Kalamkari site only I have taken, and these attachments also typical one. And done black outline. Here just see the lines are not so thick, they are very thin outline, and the filling of colors, maroon color, and in between also on the motif I have added maroon, so it is only maroon and white. Here we have not done that way, we have given more importance for the background and the motifs as it is with less detailing. Okay, so I can fix the dial over here. So you can also try like this. Those who don't want to have black, you can try maroon also. Green also will look very pretty. Okay, just see the two things. You can have a look. Okay. Any doubt? So our next class will be on coming Monday. It is on Friday, 5, 6, 7. 7th we will have the session. Next Monday, that is 7th, we will have the session. A week's break I need. So thank you so much. Shobha, are you in my group? If not, please message me your number. We'll add you in the group and share the designs too. Okay. Anything else? Any doubt? As far as this work is concerned, I'm sure there won't be any doubt at all, because it's only the tracing, outlining, and finally the filling. And of course the detailing you can do differently also. Okay. Did you use black? Where? Here, yeah, for this outline, first I traced the design, did the outline, and then I started filling. Entire picture, each and every minute work, I have done it with the black outliner, not with the paint or the brush. Okay, outliner, with the outline I have done the design, and then started filling the maroon color. Sure, Pallavi, sure, I will share. No issues. Okay. So you can do on dupattas, you can do on saris, you can do on pillow covers, cushion covers, table spreads, runners, bed sheets also you can do, curtains. So do this kind of work and enjoy creating. Okay, thank you so much for joining, and we'll meet again very soon after a week. It will be a different, once again I'm planning for a Tanju style of work on board, not the original picture but a different sun god I am planning. So we will have that also in the forthcoming session. Okay, thank you so much. Enjoy creating and stay connected for the future sessions. Thank you so much. Take care and bye bye. Around the peacock, we have to fill the background. No. I told you larger patches. I'm not going to give importance for the filling. I'm going to add few elements here and there. Okay, this will be as it is with lot of these gaps will be filled up with patterns. I will share it once I finish it because I was not free at all. But before I take a break, I want to finish off this work. So I'm just I've shown you the technique, and this is not going to be black. It will be filled up with different motifs. Understand? A filling, full filling with the black liner. That's it. Thank you. Sure. Thank you, Raji. Thank you, Meenakshi. Thank you all. No, Samita, this is not an order piece. This is for someone I love. I'm going to gift it. Okay. Oh my God. Okay, got it. Thank you, Usharani. Thank you, Uma. Now, who is this CK Salya? Thank you, Uma. Thank you. Stay tuned and take care and bye bye. See you all soon.